Well, good morning, Miramar, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. Don't forget, you can check us out on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And I'm so happy to have with us. We all know it's right here at Miramar. And right here with us, we have Dr. Perla Del Pino White. She is a family physician at the brand new Memorial Primary Care at Memorial Hospital Miramar Medical Office Building. So welcome, Dr. Del Pino White. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very good.
Listen, we've got a brand new office, a brand new building going on. Something's going on big in Miramar. Tell us all about this Memorial Primary Care.
Yes, thank you. Very exciting news, and I'm very excited to be a primary care physician, family physician here in the community. I service patients ages 18 and up with all types of medical issues, from high blood pressure, diabetes, any thyroid disorder, as well as complete physicals, women's exams, men's exams, anything you can think of, we do here for ages 18 and up.
Okay, so it really is kind of a one-stop. People can come in. It's not just that you only see this person or a person for this type of disease. You see everybody.
Exactly. Yes, that's actually the whole premise of primary care and preventative medicine, is that you have a medical home, you have somewhere where you can go when you have anything that's bothering you, or when you have nothing that is bothering you, because actually that's the best time to go be seen, is, get your preventative care. So yes, we do all of that here, and it's basically, you said it, you put the words exactly, with a one-stop shop.
Oh, that's awesome. And so why do you think that Memorial, obviously you guys have been doing great things, particularly in the South Broward area, but that they, decided that Miramar needed this type of office, particularly already at the hospital that you're in, the Miramar Medical Office Building?
Because we did not have a Memorial Primary Care office in this area. In this hospital. So this is why they ended up opening our office. And, we're currently taking in new patients because, and there has definitely been a need in this area, because there wasn't a Memorial Primary Care office located here. So that's why they ended up opening up, and it's such a big deal in this community.
Another thing too is I know a lot of people use the emergency room as their primary doctor, which I'm sure you all are trying not to have people do that. You want them to come and see you or someone like you, because as we mentioned, it's preventative care and it doesn't clog up for real emergencies, right?
Correct, exactly. Yes, that's why it's so important for someone to get plugged in with their primary care physician in their community, so that when they do have an issue or concern, they can make an appointment or go be seen or contact their primary care provider, instead of going into the emergency room with, say, a sore throat or an earache or anything, or maybe your blood pressure is a little elevated and you're concerned, or your blood sugar. Things that we as primary care providers, we can take care of for you day in and day out. And yes, it prevents the patients who truly are having an emergency, like a heart attack or a stroke, from getting the care they need, because the emergency room may be congested with other patients. So we're trying to prevent that. And it also saves the patients money by coming into their primary care provider versus paying a much higher copay going into the emergency room, when it may not necessarily be an emergency room type of emergency.
Right, right. If you have a cold or you're just sitting there, with a sore throat, you might be sitting there all day in the emergency room. So I'm loving the fact that the new center is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So truly, doctor's office hours, but you did say that you are accepting new patients, which is great, right?
Yes, we're accepting new patients. We have many insurance plans that are being accepted, as well as patients with no insurance, can come in and self-pay, or if there's insurance, you can check on the MHS.net website to make sure that your plan is accepted. And we see patients both virtually and face-to-face. Of course, as a physician, I love to see the patient face-to-face, touch the patient, check everything out. But, we understand with the new day and age that we live in, patients may be at work or just, somewhere where they can't make it in. So we do have the availability to come in virtually or be seen virtually.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about the telehealth because that seems to be a big deal. If you're just tuning in to Good Morning Miramar, first of all, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. And with us, we have Dr. Perla Del Pino White. She's a family physician and she's at Memorial Primary Care. It's a brand new office at Memorial Hospital, the Miramar Medical Office Building. And we're so happy that Memorial has opened up another office in Miramar. We love that. But let's talk about telehealth because I know that seems to be a new thing now. How comfortable are people with you just seeing them, across a computer screen versus coming in and actually seeing me?
So far, patients have been very comfortable. Of course, there's always the possibility and capability to come in and be seen. But for patients who are either homebound or they may be stuck at work, they are pretty comfortable in being seen virtually because with virtual patients, we ask a little more detailed questions. Of course, with the video, I'm able to see anything that the patient may want to show me, for example, a rash or something on, their eye or anything that I can see visually. But also, we still communicate quite a bit with the virtual method. I'm able to ask many detailed questions. And, from what I've seen, the patients have been pretty happy, with their care. And at the end of the visit, I always recommend if the patient feels that they have anything that needs to be checked out, which I always know, we can't fully see and hear everything virtually, they're welcome to come in as soon as possible so that I can check them out. But for example, if they're seen virtually for a checkup, we can go ahead and order their primary care labs or their annual blood work. And that way, when they do come in physically, all of that is done. Or any other primary care things that may be needed, such as a mammogram or other studies, we can order that when they are seen virtually.
Great. And again, because you all deal with, chronic conditions, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, the things that people come to see a doctor for, they can't always come in to see you. I love the fact that you're giving people the option simply because, like you said, in the day and time that we're in now, some people just aren't comfortable going into offices and being around a lot of people, and you can still give them great medical advice from where you are. I wanted to ask this, Dr. Del Pino White, how important is it to have a primary physician? Because there are so many people that really, they don't have one. I've always had one, but some people just don't have one.
Yes. So I can truly say it is, if I can say a percentage, it is 1,000,000,000%
Wow.
important. And the reason is, as we mentioned, we are basically the patient's part of the patient's medical home. We can help a patient not only become healthier, but establish their health, their baseline. So many times some patients will, or some people will wait to go to a primary care physician until they start to feel symptoms. They may start to feel, chest discomfort or difficulty breathing or pain. But, by that time, it may have been years that something may have been developing. So it's so important to establish yourself with a primary care physician as soon as you have insurance, or as soon as you can, even if you do not have medical insurance, there are many other mechanisms to see a primary care physician through Memorial Primary Care. And we recommend patients of all ages to be seen. We see ages 18 and up. So as soon as you turn 18, I encourage the patients and I congratulate the patients when they come in at that young age. Thank you for coming in. and taking care of your health. Even though you feel perfectly fine, this is the best time to establish your health, find out how your blood pressure is going, how your blood sugar, just see what's going on the inside out, because you may feel perfectly fine. And many of us know patients and people with these examples where they say, I felt perfectly fine, and I discovered I had high blood pressure, or I felt perfectly fine and I discovered I had pre-diabetes. So this is actually the best time to come to the doctors when you feel perfectly fine. You just want to get your annual checkup. It's just like we take our cars to get their annual tune-up, because we don't want our car to break down in the middle of the highway, when we're taking a long road trip. Same thing for our bodies. We need to keep it healthy so it can last the marathon length of life, and it doesn't start to break down.
Yes, we do not like the breaking down part. So now you guys are at, is it 172nd in Pembroke Road? Is that where the intersection is?
1951 Northwest 172nd Avenue. Okay. Yeah, it's on the intersection 172nd and Pembroke Road.
Okay.
We're definitely conveniently located at the hospital, on the hospital campus. Our building is connected to the hospital, and there's lots of parking available, free parking.
Free is for me. I love that part. So, all right. So again, the Memorial Primary Care is wide open now. It's located at the Memorial Hospital Miramar Medical Office Building. Again, that's at the corner of 172nd and Pembroke Road in Miramar. Thank you so much to family physician, Dr. Perla Del Pino White. We're going to let you get back to seeing patients because we know that, listen, sick people never end. You always can see somebody. So thank you so much for being on today. And we hope that many people come and see you guys. Again, they're open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Memorial Primary Care, the brand new office in Miramar at 172nd and Pembroke Road on the campus of Memorial Hospital's Miramar Medical Office Building. So thank you very much. We certainly appreciate it, and have a great holiday season.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.